So today's character is another Grey, like Grey's Anatomy, Meredith Grey. It's both a book and a character, and this is her half sister, Lexie Grey. And when she first came on the show, I got really excited because I had already known Shonda Rhimes to be the type of person who would absolutely kill off main characters. Like she gives no shits at all in life. She will just get rid of them. And I was really happy because I thought that that meant that Meredith could go away, be gone forever, and Lexie could take her place, and the name Grey's Anatomy would still make sense. But that didn't happen. That really didn't happen, and it didn't happen in ways that that made me cry. In really big, not cool, very bad, so sad, tragic ends. There's going to be a lot of spoilers in this one too. I will tell you more about Lexie Grey and why I love her so very much in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 222 of 365 days of soap, and today is Lexie Grey's soap. And I love Lexie. Lexie is smart and funny and kind and caring, and is trying so hard to just be liked by her sister Meredith, who just doesn't like anyone. It's not that I don't like Ellen Pompeo, okay? Ellen Pompeo, the actress, she's great. Okay, she's awesome. Meredith Grey is cold and annoying and I just don't like her. And so Lexie comes onto the scene and I'm big excited. She's super smart, just like Meredith, smarter than Meredith, has a photographic memory, and is like started out kind of shy, right? And then she sort of, crawled out of her cocoon and became a butterfly. And then she made a very tragic end. Again, there will be spoilers in this. So the design around this particular character very much had to do with her sort of growing and emerging from her cocoon as a beautiful butterfly. So let's get to the video. We will talk more about the design and Lexie Grey and all other spoilers, and I might cry. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Hello, happy Sunday, Sudsers. So first up, we are doing a butterfly swirl for Lexie, and we are going to top it with a little caterpillar using melt and pour, for whatevers, because Lexie is awesome and a butterfly. And we are also using Victoria's Secret pink. The reasons for that I gave in the Help Me Select Scents for Grey's Anatomy video, really. And so that was fun. And Lexie, yes, butterfly, because she started out as, this little caterpillar, and she built her little cocoon and then, grew into a big, beautiful, awesome butterfly. Lexie's amazing. Lexie, sister of Meredith Grey, half sister of Meredith Grey. Her dad, Meredith's dad and mom divorced. Meredith's dad went on and got remarried, and that's what Lexie is from, is that union. So half sister, one of two of Meredith's half sisters, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I don't entirely remember the Maggie storyline, but I'm pretty sure it was resolved with Maggie is the daughter of Meredith Gray's mom and Dr. Richard Weber. Pretty sure that's how that ended. Yeah, no, I've said it a bajillion times. Grey's Anatomy is a soap opera, guys. Although a Sudzer did say, in one of the videos, commented in one of the videos, that the only thing, asked actually if a lot of people come back from the dead in Grey's Anatomy, like soap operas. And that has not happened yet, to my knowledge. Ish. I mean, I guess this season or last season, like, it was all focused on Meredith sort of revisiting everybody who's died somehow, or they were visiting her. I don't super know the specifics behind that because I haven't seen that season. But yeah. So again, a butterfly swirl for Lexie, and it is probably going to be beautiful because look at those awesome colors. How could it not be? Now, the reason we did this was because the Soapprentice had this idea to do like a caterpillar inside of the soap, and I'm like, I don't want to. I feel like we've been doing a lot of embeds and stuff for the Grey's Anatomy, and so I didn't want to do more. And I guess we really haven't done a lot of embeds. We did Christina, the heart, right? And then we made the ferry boat with embeds with Derek. I guess that's been it. But, we're doing a lot of melt and pour toppers as well on all of these. Like April's was the scrubs, right? And Krev's yesterday was the Seattle skyline, also made out of melt and pour. But yeah, anyway. Decided not to do a caterpillar because I realized that we haven't done a butterfly swirl in quite some time. I don't know that we've done a butterfly swirl at all during year 2, which is cuckoo bananas. So that really does mean it's been a hot minute since I've even done a butterfly pour, which is wild. So I wanted to do that. And also I like the idea of her being something more than just a little caterpillar. And the Soapprentice wanting to do like a caterpillar, it was like a caterpillar / bookworm because Lexie's super smart. And so it all made sense for sure. But yeah. Okay, and on to the pour of this guy. Now, should you not be familiar with a butterfly swirl, I've done a number of them on the channel. So I'll try to remember to put in the links to the videos, but basically the concept is you pour about 1/3 of your batch into the mold and then you alternate using kind of a thin trace. We do have some ricing going on with this scent, so that's good to know. Interesting, but kind of a thin trace. You pour your accent colors one over the top of each other for probably 6 layers, right? And you can add the white in as you would like in between the layers if you want more contrast. For my part, I don't ever do that because I don't want to. That's the whole reason. And then when you are done with that, I usually put the majority of the white batter in on the opposite side of the mold and then cover up the colored portion after I've kind of pushed it back over like that. I just had to do a cut because my head was all up in it. But yeah, so I pour it on the opposite end of the mold to kind of push the colored portion back to the side. And then I will take a hanger to this whole guy and do some swirly swirl things, starting at the bottom of the mold and doing circles away from my body up toward the other side of the mold, pulling up as I go, and you'll be able to see it. Talking a whole lot about the technique, not talking about Lexie. The reason I'm not talking about Lexie is because I love her, and here's a spoiler, she dies. And she dies horrifically. Like, this is all part of the plane crash episode, which again never made any sense whatsoever to me. You had multiple attendings on this flight. Like, why would you put your star surgeons, all of them, on this flight to go save a life somewhere else? And then all of your most talented interns and residents? Why would you do that? That makes zero sense. It's like, when they do the thing at the like the State of the Union or whatever, like whenever all legislation, all members of Congress are in the same, building, they always have like the one person that is required to not be there just in case something happens, like something terrible happens. Like, I don't know, people, breaking into the Capitol building and, potentially trying to kill everyone in there. I mean, not that that's happened or anything. January 6th. Yeah. Anyway, so I forget what it's called though, when that person is like the dedicated person that has to be away. I think there's a whole like Netflix series about it though. The phrase is just escaping me. You know what it's called. Anyway, so why they would put all of these people on this plane at the same time is just crazy to me. And Lexie died out there, and it was heartbreaking. It was the saddest thing ever. She's trapped under rubble. It was terrible. But, when she was there, she was great. She was wildly smart, like very, very smart. She was incredibly kind. She is by far my favorite Grey. And if I got to pick between who survived that plane crash and who did not, I would have picked Lexie to survive and Meredith to not. But, Meredith survives everything. Guess because she's like the lead of the show? I don't know. You could have changed the lead to Lexie. They're both Greys. I'm just saying. Anyway, so yeah, that was the like saddest thing in the world, Lexie. And I really wanted her to stay. She had a love affair with Jackson Avery. She was in love with Mark Sloan. And he really loved her. And it was just awful when they both ultimately did not survive that plane crash. Like, why? I don't know. Also, episodes like that are literally the reason why you continue to watch Grey's Anatomy. So I guess I sort of understand it. But it's just, why? Shonda's cold. It's pretty brutal. Anyway, so I don't really have a lot to say about Lexie outside of, how heartbreaking it is that she's gone, because I actually do pretend that she's still there. And basically I stop watching every time I do a new binge watch of Grey's. I stop watching right before the plane crash episode. And I just leave the storyline right there, right exactly where it is, and I'm happy. I also don't finish books for mostly the same reason. Like, I have read more books than any person I know ever, seriously. And there are a number of books that I just haven't finished. Like, if I feel like a book is about to go to a place that I don't want it to go, I leave the characters exactly where I last left off with them, and that's how they exist in my brain. And so that story is still just there. My absolute favorite book in the history of the world is The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera. I've read that book dozens of times. I make new notes in it every time I read it again. It is so dog-eared. That copy is very, very well loved. And I stop before it ends because I'm not convinced that Milan Kundera is going to end the lives of these characters that I love so very much the way that I would like them to be ended. So I just stop. Is that weird? Do you do that? I don't know. I do that. But yeah, so I do the exact same thing with Grey's Anatomy. And in my world, Lexie is still alive. She's not, though, in the real Grey's Anatomy world and time. And it's terrible. So these little caterpillar guys, I'm just making the body of the caterpillar out of, I have this little silicone mold that it's blueberries, really. And so I just made a bunch of melt and pour and alternating colors. And as you can see, painstakingly putting them all in the thing. Could have been easier to use soap dough for this, and I actually have found my soap dough recipe, and I have made some soap dough. I just made these soaps a long time ago, so this was still during the time where I could not find my soap dough recipe and had not made soap dough. So it could have perhaps been easier just to craft one caterpillar out of soap dough and just had, 12 things to put into this. It especially became very much a pain in the ass to do all the rest of the batches for these that I had to do. Oh, hello, head. How are you? There it is. There's my head. That's great. Love that for me. But anyway, let's C-pop and gel this thing, see what the ricing has done, and hope that these little melt and pour toppers do not remelt. Okay, and on to the cut of these guys, and I just saw the weirdest thing in my editing software. So I use Final Cut Pro, and in order to pull up the actual voiceover thing so I can talk and say the things to you like I'm saying to you right now, I go to a window. And I just noticed in this window another option that says output to VR headset. And I'm very confused by that. Ooh, hey, how pretty is that? What am I outputting to a VR headset? This? What? How does that work? That is so pretty. Look at that butterfly, you guys. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that. In love with that. But yeah, what is this? What am I outputting to a VR headset? And has that option always been there? I feel like it must be because the VR headset is nowhere near this computer. Like it's not even in the same building. It's in the house and I'm in the soap shop. So there's just no way. Oh, stop it. Look how gorgeous that is. So yeah, now I'm very confused. Can I just output my soap experience and what? Be there live? Like I'm virtually there? Like it feels like I'm really there? By outputting it to my VR headset? I mean, it's kind of interesting, but also at the same time, I literally was virtually there. Like literally there. Not virtually there. Actually there. Because I made the soap. So I'm very confused. I'm going to have to look this up. But if anybody already knows what the hell that option even is in Final Cut, hey, tell me. I'm interested. And also, do you love these bars? I am in love with these bars. They are really, really pretty. And I like that we did some oranges and greens because we haven't really done that guy yet in the line. So it's nice to have, all of the colors of the rainbow represented, really. So I'm definitely here for that. But yeah, these are all absolutely gorgeous. And I hope you guys enjoyed the cutting of the Lexie bar and are also fine with me not super talking about Lexie because plane crash. It was hard. It was really hard. And also just some action items. Today was supposed to be alive, but it's not going to be alive because Mr. Soap and Clay is installing my Christmas present and he's not done and ready. And so as a result, the pontoon is a disaster. The galleon is a disaster. The office is a disaster. All of the places that we would film, they're just full of wires and stuff that he's burying in walls and underground and all of the craziness because my Christmas present is something about essentially creating our own server, I think. I don't know. I don't exactly know what it is, but it's supposed to be awesome. Much like these bars. That's day 222, Lexie's bars, and they're beautiful. And there it is, Lexie's bar. And I love this. The colors and the patterns of the butterfly swirl within this, absolutely beautiful, for sure. And when the soap apprentice said she wanted to make like a literal caterpillar inside the soap, I said no. because as I've been talking about, the whole soap dough and not being able to find it thing, that recipe, yeah, that's still a thing. I mean, you guys have told me it's day 74 from year one. I just haven't been able to go and actually watch my own footage back so I could get my recipe, and I still haven't unpacked everything at the new soap shop because I am a disaster. Really? So, yeah, we did not do caterpillar inside for the design. Instead, we used melt and pour and just some little molds that are normally little blueberries or whatever, and made the caterpillar on top with the butterfly swirl inside. And all things considered, that bar is beautiful, and I think it's perfect for Lexie, for sure. The scent, also perfect. That smell, that scent is actually really, really good. It's a dead-on dupe from what I remember Victoria's Secret pink being. And so for that, I love it. It's a slam dunk. If you are interested in the Lexie bar, you know the drill. You can't have it yet. We release an entire theme when the whole theme is done, so we've got a little bit of time still. But if you are interested in seeing what else we do, what other characters we tackle for Grey's Anatomy, subscribe, hit the bell, do the things. For those of you who have hit bells, done things, all of the jazz, thank you so much. You are the best community that anyone could ever hope for, seriously, and I appreciate you so much. Like, I don't spend a ton of time on YouTube, like actually watching YouTube these days. I have found more of a this is my family type vibe on Twitch because every single community is that. It's very kind and centered and grounded and just so what the Sudzer vibes are. And I love that. And so when I'm on the YouTubes with you, I know that we are in a really great community. And that's amazing. So thank you for building it because you did that thing. Thank you. I am out of here for today, but I will see all of you guys again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.